of the straight ones you're keeping around the kids, and they shouldn't be around kids. They should be behind the bars.
Very true.
Under the cell.
Very true.
But you're keeping silent on that. It doesn't sit right with me.
I hear it.
So for me, my queerness is something that I'm even more vocal about now because I feel like people like to make comments and not unpack why they think like that.
Yeah.
And so a lot of us haven't unpacked like that we think of things as sexual deviancy. Sexual deviancy is not related to sexuality. A lot of straight people are sexual deviants.
Yeah.
And
what does sexual deviance mean for people that don't know?
So deviance means deviating, changing, moving from the norm. So an example of a sexual deviant could be somebody that is into things that would be classed as kink, which is, so I'll give an example. Golden shower. People like talking about pissing on people, right? It's disgusting, it's scary. That is a great example of somebody who is a sexual deviant. However, when we talk about sexual deviants in society, the cameraman is dying over that, I'm loving it. When we talk about it in society, sexual deviant is more used to describe like somebody that creates harm. It's not a term that is used in the same way as when somebody's talking about, I guess, the kink community, BDSM community. There's different lingo that's used in different contexts.
Yes.
So yeah, for me, even like when we talk about queerness, growing up, when people will talk about like gay or anything like that, I would think of like the hypersexualized images of like Pride, which white people hijack as usual. And, you know, they're just in the streets half naked, ball gags in their mouth. And
so
I'm like...
what do you think about that? Because I feel like that's what people see. And that's why maybe there is so much hatred. Because it's like, what the fuck is going on?
But what annoys me is that people have critical thinking for everything except that. You can identify an agenda when in the newspapers black people are either poor, flies on their face in Africa in a mud hut, or thugs. But when it comes to what you see in terms of the gay community, you don't see what is an agenda. If you actually talk to people, that's when your awareness starts to grow. Because I think for a lot of people, they might have no gay people in their life, or they might have people that they're gay, but they're not open about it because they don't feel comfortable. So I think when people actually start to research life experiences or just seek out information, it helps. Let me just check my tea. Okay. Yeah, we get it. Okay. When people seek out life experiences and actually get people's lived experiences, it helps because then they realize, oh, so the same way that certain things that white people do are crazy to us as black people, it translates the same in queerness.
Okay, so do you think that being queer or gay, lesbian, whatever, the LGBTQ community, is that something that you are born with or born as? Or is it something that shapes through like your environment?
Like nature versus nurture?
Yeah.
I would ask you that question about your straightness.
Oh, okay.
Like, no, like a real question. Like, do you think...
I think I'm born with it. Like, it's just straight.
And do you think that it's ever been a spectrum for you? Because with a lot of people, there's even like a... What's the scale called? I want to say the Kinsley scale. It's like a how gay are you?
Yeah, I've heard that one.
So you do the test and it will tell you, you know, whether you're more straight, more gay, more in the middle.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the times, based on our context, if we don't have room to even conceptualize that we might be anything but straight, then we would have more honest answers. Because even with myself, it's just like how for my majority of my life, until maybe 24, 25, I assumed I was straight.
Yeah.
Even though I had attraction to women and men from the youngest of ages. I made the assumption based on the environment around me. And based on how I'm seeing people talk about gay people. How people talk about trans people now is the same rhetoric they talk about gay people in the 50s and the 60s, even in the early 90s. They're dirty, they're passing on diseases, they're gonna rape your kids. Like, they would say all of the same things. So I think when people use their critical thinking and actually assess like human experience, and even when people look around them and look at nature, nature has examples of animals that have showed same-sex attraction for years, since the beginning of time. gayness, queerness isn't new.
Yeah.
It's just that, you know, when people hear stuff being talked about more often, they think it's taking over. So same when white people in England see a black family on the Christmas advert, they're shaking, they're crying, they're throwing up. When's England going to be England again? This wokeness, this PC political correctness,
they're taking our jobs.
They're taking our jobs. They're taking over. Soon we're going to have no whites in the country.
Yeah.
For visibility,
Why is that such a bad thing?
From visibility.
Yeah.
So that's how a lot of us feel when we see like a trans person on the screen or a gay person that's openly like femme or a person that doesn't fit a gender binary. They're like, oh my gosh, they're being seen now. Panic, panic, panic.
Yeah.
Does that mean they're now going to take over? Whereas actually, if you start thinking, how many traditions and cultures around the world have there been an existence of a third gender? For example, India, even a lot of the history of Ghana.
Yeah.
There's history of spirits, and they talk about spirits, and it's not a male and a female only. It's people that have a combination. But because when people see things now, we live in a clickbait culture.
Yeah.
People do things to scare people. People do things to create this environment of fear and like ignorance, and then it breeds more because people don't fact check anymore. They think we're like the WhatsApp aunties, not we, y'all. We're like the WhatsApp aunties that are just forwarding videos.
Yes.
They'll be like, look,
and
this trans person broke into a prison and did this and
did you see this?
And it's like, babe, Google is actually a free service.
Yeah.
If you actually have data, if you want Wi-Fi, I can hotspot you. You can actually go and research.
Yeah.
And the thing is, occurrences will happen where things are shocking, just like they do in the straight community.
Yeah.
But I think when people separate the person from the concept, it will help.
Okay.
Because I'm not a concept, I'm a person.
Yeah.
And I have experiences that create how I act and my life and how I perceive people and how they perceive me. But if people are looking at me as a concept and they're not looking at me as a human, that's where the disconnect is.
Yeah.
People are too often thinking of people as an agenda. You're seeing somebody living their life and you're like, they're going to corrupt my kids. You don't even have kids, mind you.
Oh my, literally.
You're fictional kids that you haven't even researched how to parent.
Yeah.
And they're going to corrupt your kids. You haven't figured out how you're going to discipline your kid. Oh, I'm not going to give my kid a phone. Sure. In 2024, when you can't live without your phone, you're going to let your kid roam free like a fox.
Yeah.
But we should believe that your hypothetical parenting is going to be useful.
Yeah.
A lot of people grew up with queer parents. A lot of us have queer parents and they haven't had the room ever to admit it to themselves. And they're living a tortured life.
So how was your childhood?
My childhood was fun. I have 4 brothers. My mom and dad are funny. My dad's a really funny storyteller. I don't know, I'm from West London.
Yeah.
Like my mom.
Were you brought up with both of your parents?
Yes, but until a certain time, because my mom like separated from my dad.
Okay.
And it was much nicer then. Okay. Because I don't like confusion.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you get instructions from 2 parents and one of them is the main parent and you're getting other instructions, it's kind of like unfair. Not my voice breaking. Puberty. It's kind of unfair and I could feel the discord between them.
Yeah.
And like I've always been intuitive from a young age.
Yeah.
So I've always been able to sense things even if I don't know what I'm sensing.
Okay.
So then looking back, I could clearly sense the disagreement.
Yeah.
The disparity between who's doing the work in the house. And also as somebody that's the only girl, I felt like I didn't want to see an example of a woman not being treated the way she should be.
Period.
So I enjoyed more when it was one instruction from one parent and clarity. I've always liked clarity.
Okay, I love that.
So yeah. Plus my mum, she's very enthusiastic about, like, she's very creative.
Nice.
So when she sees that we have an interest in something, she always encourages us to go for it.
Yeah.
She's very like multifaceted. Like my mum can do so many things. She's very organized. And I feel like I'm a person that likes boundaries and rules, and a lot of kids do.
Yeah.
Studies even show that kids feel safer when there's a boundary, so they know where they can go.
Exactly.
Obviously, they can push it, but they know what to push.
Yeah.
If there's none, kids grow up feeling chaotic.
Yep.
As you can tell, child development is also one of my topics of interest.
Yes. We can see.
And so for me, I felt like I grew up with a lot of clarity.
Good.
There was obviously confusion, more my teenage years, but it's like your parents haven't done it before.
Yeah.
So they're learning just as much as you.
Yeah.
And I feel like my childhood was more fun and more peaceful than like my teen years, because obviously your teen years, you're going through puberty, you're figuring it out. It's a lot, you know. But in terms of my childhood, I had a good time.
Good. So what's your worst and best memory from your childhood?
Well, childhood, what years would we define as childhood? 0 to maybe 16?
Yeah.
Best memories, I would say, would just be like feeling free and having fun.
Love.
I'm a very childlike person now. So just being able to just frolic.
Be yourself.
Skip, have fun.
Yeah.
Run around.
Live life.
Chat shit, you know? And have that feeling of abundance. Just the fact that anything can happen. Plus, I love imagination.
Okay.
Love it. Even now, that's how I get to where I need to be.
Nice.
Delulu till it's true.
Delulu till
Like,
it's true.
That's how my brain
that.
works. So being a kid, you just have so much material.
Yeah.
You're allowed to go to so many places.
Yeah.
And even the thought of getting in trouble is material for you to like do more.
Do more, yeah.
So that was, I think, the most fun thing. I can't pinpoint one memory because I've got so many. I'm like an elephant. Like, I really don't forget.
And the worst one?
The worst one, I would say the worst would probably be just that period where I was trying to make everyone like me.
Wow.
And trying to figure out who I am at the same time.
Yeah.
How are you trying to make people like you when you don't even know who you are?
Yeah.
It's tough. And that feeling
that.
of like insecurity, like I'm skinny and I'm black. So obviously black
But
people...
you're beautiful.
Yeah, but I knew that, but I didn't feel comfortable in my slimness.
Why?
Because I'm black. Every family member slapping me up. Oh, your bones, Marga gal. Do you eat? Like, my mum thought I was anorexic at some point. I was like, you thought that because of what? Like, look at my father.
Yeah.
Look at who you chose. My dad is slim. You know, but it was always like, especially as a teenager, when you're seeing people getting boobs and figure and the things that people deem as sexy and the things that people deem as womanhood, not being things that like people attribute to me, was weird. Like, I was like, how do I reconcile with being comfortable in my figure? Because I was always like, oh, shall I do a weight gain journey? Then I was like, first of all, it doesn't even stay. A lot of us are like that. But people don't really see it because obviously there's two sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And so it's like, and also because like fat phobia is a thing, skinny phobia isn't. People don't withhold like healthcare or treat us in a way that takes opportunities away from us for being skinny.
Yeah.
But it's that weird thing of white culture and like white Western culture values super skinny.
Exactly.
But I'm not white.
That's why I like.
And I've always been
Africa
othered.
and Caribbean.
Yeah.
Because when you go to the Caribbean and
They
when you're in
appreciate
Africa,
you.
they just appreciate you.
Yeah.
You
They'll
were
be like,
thick as they like fluffy.
Yes.
Come here. You look
and
good.
it's not a fetish.
And it's not a
They
fetish.
genuinely
They just
love you for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
And
that's
I
the
love
thing.
that.
And for me, even like...
But they do say some sly comments.
Of
like
course,
today.
they'll never be happy.
Yeah, I had this 1 week thing, like a funeral, blah, blah, blah. And one uncle, I don't even know this uncle from... this is the first time I meet you, sir. And he was like, yeah, you're very fat. Like, you're fat. I said, huh? I said, what? I said... He said, yeah, you're very fat. You're fatter than your mom. You're fat. I said, yeah, I'm fat. I'm fat. I'm big.
It's also a language thing.
I'm fat.
Because English, especially in England,
I'm like, oh my God.
they're very good at beating around the bush and speaking circles around things.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, Spanish, gordo, fat, flaquito, skinny. One thing is one thing.
Yeah.
Over here, because they've created fat as an insult, then you can't describe people as fat without it being an insult. It's like if somebody was being rude to me, but they wanted to like do something that digs, they'll be like skinny bitch, because bitch is associated with skinny because we're not eating, so we're aggy. Do you know what I mean? So it's like...
So is Marga a like touchy one for you?
No.
Because I love saying Marga.
Yeah, but it's like, I wouldn't be triggered. It wasn't the word. It was just the fact that everyone around me, because my mum's side is bigger.
Yeah.
So everyone around me was always trying to make it out like I'm doing something wrong.
Okay.
When I was naturally like that. So I was like, damn, I can't even
What's
breathe.
wrong with me?
Yeah. Or like, I'll be eating and people are like, where does it go? Where is it? Oh, do you actually eat? I was like, if I now say to you, do you ever stop eating? It's an issue. I was like, it's the unsolicited comments for me.
Oh my God.
Because it's like, people didn't want me to embrace my body.
Yeah.
And when I did, and I dressed in ways like nice tight clothes or whatever, it was like, oh, you're trying to get attention. I said, I can't win. So I now need to wear black bag. Black bag, so I can look like Casper the Ghost, but a black version. I said, I can't look sexy. I'm sexualized anyway.
Yeah.
Because even though I'm skinny, like when I got to maybe like 11, that's when my hips came in. But like I didn't realize at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't think it went in.
Yeah.
I used to think of myself as like straight down. Then I'll see pictures, I'm like, hold on.
And the girl,
I said,
oh.
I'm seeing a little dip. And now it's my favorite thing. I'm like, yeah, get the waist out. I'm like, what waist?
Period.
Now it's
What
my
waist?
thing. And now I'm like, you know, these itty bitties, like, that's my thing.
Itty bitty titty committee.
Like,
everybody needs love, you know?
Yeah, and I think for me as well, it was realizing that external validation isn't important.
Good. Oh my God.
So for me, it was like, oh, actually, I don't give a shit because when I'm confident, people are shaking.
Yeah.
And I like that. So
period. Because the way you were winding up yourself in the club, people, hey,
that's my music video. When I go out, that's my stage. I said, sorry. I'll be there biting my
good girl can whine.
I'll be down to the floor. Nobody's dancing, mind you. I'll be doing this one. You see my friend, she's sick of me. I'm always outside. Republic, I'm holding the wall. I'm shaking that ass.
I'm crying. As you should.
Because life is too short.
Yeah. No, as you should.
No, it's fine. Release it once I'm gone. Release it once I'm gone. Pattern your Ghana card and you're good.
Literally.
But yeah, for me, I felt like my life has always panned out where people feel as inspired as I would want them to when I'm as confident as I am, even when I'm faking it. Because I don't let people see my flaws. You can see something as a flaw, and I'm not telling you it's my insecurity, because then you're gonna try to use it against me. Am I a mug?
Yeah. Period. My dumb.
Like,
what?
Why am I gonna let somebody else make me feel ashamed about something? Even they used to tease me back in the day about my forehead. I used to be like, anyway, I know you guys are gagging to touch my forehead.
I don't even have that much forehead.
I do, girl. I grew into it a little bit. I grew into it a little bit, but girl, the forehead is foreheading.
Girl.
Now everyone's gagging. Girls with big forehead. Girls with big forehead. God's favorite. I told you that.
Crying.
I told you that when I was 12.
Crying.
When you were all telling me, they used to say drawback in school. Girl, that insult, hey, that insult cuts. I used to pretend it didn't. I was like, anyway, inside I was like, hey. When my crush called me drawback, I was like,
same. I said, oh my days, same.
I'm a girl. I said, really? I was like, I wasn't even into you anyway. Calm down, babe. Inside I was tearing. My heart was tearing.
Broken. Shattered even.
Shattered. But that's it. You have to believe in yourself.
You have to.
If you don't believe in yourself, you have to pretend.
Yes.
Because we live in a world
fake it till you make it,
they break
honestly.
you down. They break you down. That's why I say to people.
Especially in the Western world, I think. Because that's like, what you're black, you're already different from the norm. And it's just like everything is an issue.
You have to prove yourself. Yeah.
Intellect, like everything.
And then you're also representative of the black community, apparently.
Exactly.
I can't just be me. No. Now I need to represent the whole of the black community. Yeah.
It's not easy. Okay, so you're a DJ.
Yes.
And you're a TV, you're a BBC radio presenter?
Well, no, I did. I covered a show for BBC.
Okay.
One extra.
Yeah.
But I'm not attached to BBC.
Okay.
I'm just a free babe.
Free babe.
Yeah.
Love it.
But the funny thing is, everyone always attaches to the latest thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, oh my gosh, you're a DJ. I'm like, and. Because I've been a DJ.
Okay.
I've been a DJ for 2 years now.
Yeah.
But
and how did you get into that?
I went to a taster session.
Okay.
It was a free class. I love a freebie.
Period.
Child, I love a freebie. So I went to this free class. And for context, I've always been a music lover. So for me, it was inevitable.
Yeah.
Even in the club, I've always heard the next song before it comes.
Yeah.
I'm on it. Like, me and music, we go together real bad.
Period.
Real bad.
Real bad.
So for me, the household I grew up in, my dad was always blazing music.
Yes. What type of music?
Type of culture. Reggae.
Love it.
My dad is a reggae head.
Boy.
We play like a bit of dancehall, but not much, because we can't be playing slackness. If you don't know what slackness means, it's like ratchetry.
Yeah.
Dirty, nasty. The stuff I love. The stuff I love as an adult, okay? But when I was growing up, there was no way we could play anything like that in my house. My mum played a lot of soul, because my mum was British.
Love.
So my mum's British, born and raised, and then my dad was born there but raised in Jamaica, and then came back.
Yeah.
So, we listened to like a lot of the radio as well.
Yeah.
I was glued to the radio. Kiss 100, Choice FM.
Yeah.
If you listen to radio, you know about those. We listened to a lot of like reggae, hip hop, R&B, pop, dance. Funk, like I grew up on a lot of sounds.
Yeah.
And when I like a sound, I follow it.
Yeah. And what's your favorite sound now?
I couldn't name you one. I have to name you top 3, and it always changes.
Okay, so top 3
So my
right
top
now.
3, my top 3 in life, I would say hip hop,
Yeah.
Afrobeats, and R&B.
Okay.
But
Because I hear you playing a lot of Afro beats.
yeah, but it depends.
Okay.
It really depends because basically I have DJ sets.
Yeah.
And I also have radio shows. My radio show is very specific. It's a specialist show.
Yeah.
So it's about deep cuts. And a deep cut is a song
Yeah.
that you might not have heard of from an artist you may know or an artist you may not know.
Okay.
So for example, like I'll be playing mixtape J. Cole from 2013.
Love.
You know what I mean? And it's because I have them in my archive because back in the day I was on SoundCloud and I was downloading them all when they released them. So people don't have them. Sorry. And because I'm such a researcher, the way I interact with music, I always find songs that people may not know.
Okay.
So for me, being able to give that to people is a joy. So I would choose a theme.
Yeah.
And then for each of the shows, it could be like an Afrobeats deep cuts.
Yeah.
It could be an R&B deep cuts. It could be a dancehall deep cuts.
Okay.
For example, after Carnival, I did a Black British edition, which was specifically jungle, funky house, dancehall, so that people could understand the influences of the music and not just... They needed to understand that Black British culture manifests in a different way. Jungle is 100%. Caribbean music.
Yes.
It's just that it's British Caribbean music.
Yeah.
So for me, Afrobeats is not necessarily different.
Okay.
Afrobeats, dancehall, a lot of us have the same instruments. A lot of us have the same patterns.
Yes.
And because I love music that makes me dance, and I love music with rhythm, I love music with jumpiness.
Period.
Then that's why I love Afrobeats. Plus, when I went to uni, that was when Afrobeats stole my heart. Maybe even from college.
So who's your favorite Afrobeats artist today, right now?
I would say, well, they would be the same. Because Wizkid will always be my top 3. Always.
Is it? So
and
who's
then
the top 3?
I would say Wizkid. I wouldn't say Burna, because I like Burna, but I don't listen to Burna the way that my friends that were listening to Burna back in the day. And even if I listen to the old projects, I'm like, that's cute, but it doesn't touch me. So yeah, Wizkid's up there. Amaarae.
Okay.
She's new to most people, but what I love about her is that she's very much free and a fusion artist.
Yeah.
She doesn't limit herself. She's a Ghanaian artist that does Afrobeats and also does R&B and also has rock songs and also has... you know, hip hop infused. I saw her the other day as well in London. I saw her at Alternet, which was amazing. Yeah. So she's definitely up there. And then who would I say is my third? Sarkodie. That is my guy. That is my guy. Because why his voice sound like that? Like his flow is so catchy. The way he spits is very melodic. Oh, what's my favorite? Well, You Go Kill Me, I like that one the most. That's like my top 3. I think that's a feature though. Yeah. Adonai. Okay. Everybody's saying hallelujah. Hey, hey, hallelujah. That's the one I top 3 as well. And then my third. Yeah, it's literally giving
old school day.
Like those are my favorite. Those I will rinse to this day. Wow. I don't even know what my top... I would have to open my phone to see what the third one is. Okay. But for me, it's the cadence and the flow. Yeah. And also, my favorite festival in life is City Splash Festival.
Okay, what's that?
Brockwell Park. It's in London. It's every year. Listen, if I even cry about that festival... When? It's only been 4 years running. Okay. So this is the 4th year. Yeah. It is the 27th of May. I want to say 27th or the 28th, but it's usually on the May bank holiday. Okay. So you better just fly back. Because when I tell you that festival is just so black. I love it. I love going to places where the music is black and the crowd is black. Yeah. But also, you don't get festivals with that much reggae outside of reggae festivals around the world. So for me, I saw Luciano live. Do you know how insane? I had goosebumps. Crazy. And it's like reggae, dancehall, Afrobeats, and then also like UK garage and like sound systems. So the fact that I got to see like Ira Star, bad bitch. I saw Ira Star, I saw Popcorn, I saw what's my girl's name?
Pappy. Oyo.
Jamaican.
Shensia?
Coffee. She was amazing. Her mic was trash, but that's fine. Maybe do tech check before because I saw Lila Ike, but I didn't see her at that festival. I saw her at a carnival festival. But for me, concerts and music and gigs is my thing.
Love that.
I've been there. If you name an artist that I like, I've probably seen them.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I've seen over 35.
Like a concert type of.
Yeah. That's my bag. Even like when an artist puts out tickets, even if I like the artist, if the venue is not good enough for me, I'm not going. If I know that I don't want a concert that's going to be in a stadium, like Megan Thee Stallion, her tickets are released, I'm not really pressed to go and see her in a stadium.
Why?
Because...
But it's going to be a stadium because she's a big artist, though.
It's not about that, though. So stadium tours, and also the size of the stadium varies. I saw Aya Nakamura in Wembley Stadium, which was great, and she deserved it because the francophones were really outside. So the crowd needed a big enough space. But I don't like not being able to really see, and I don't like when the acoustics are not great. So sometimes, like when I saw Nicki Minaj back in the day, in the O2 Stadium.
Is she good live?
Oh, I can't speak for now because she's like a crackhead and stuff. Like allegedly, lol. But yeah, I can't speak for now, and I wouldn't pay for her now because she's
allegedly.
But yeah, I would say...
Get my thing
you're going to get locked off. The bars are going to come for us. But yeah, she was amazing live. But again, like the venue needs to make sense. I need it to be an experience that I enjoy versus an experience that irritates me.
I hear it.
So yeah, my favorite concerts are usually medium-sized venues like O2 Forum, Kentish Town. I've gone to different cities to see people based on the venue.
Okay.
But yeah, we gotta wrap it up soon. So
yes, we gotta wrap it up
ask
soon.
Me, like your favorite question.
No. I have a little section.
Oh, it got a segment.
A little section. And it's called Loyalty and Respect.
I'm a Taurus, so love this.
What do you value the most and why? Out of those two, So it's both in people, your relationships, yourself, what you think you present more.
Okay, respect. Because if you're loyal to a dummy, that is the most whatless thing I could ever think of.
Okay.
Being loyal to somebody that doesn't have morals or principles is insane. Being loyal to concepts that don't serve you is insane. So people staying in loyalty sometimes is stubbornness disguised. I'm loyal. No, you just don't know how to leave. You don't know how to leave situations and people that don't work for you. Respect is different because if people don't have principles, you don't know what you can respect of them. So when you look at your friends, for example, I can assess in my friends, okay, my friend over there, Iliam, honesty. That's one of her biggest traits. I can respect that. Stands on her word. I can respect that. They're characteristics that I can pull out. And when I look at how she treats me, I'm like, she respects me because I've told her my morals. I've told her what I like and what I don't like, and she respects that. If somebody crosses my boundaries, they have a lack of respect. And that could be a lack of principle in their life, which means that they're not somebody that I want to be around because they don't have the basics down. If you don't have the basics down, we can't be friends. So yeah, respect.
And what's the basics?
The basics have to be knowing yourself, number one. Knowing like what your boundaries are, and having an understanding of how to adjust based on different people. I don't like people that are like, this is just who I am. I'm an honest person. I'm gonna tell you the truth regardless. How are you giving unsolicited advice to people and you think they're gonna take it? That's like, tailor your message to the recipient. That's mad to me. It's like having how many siblings? You don't treat them all the same.
No.
One, you can say something, they won't box you up. The next one will box you up. So for me, when people say that, is they're avoiding accountability that their approach is wrong. Because clearly you're getting a lot of feedback that your approach is too harsh. Or you're saying things in a crazy way. So instead, you're trying to frame it. You're trying to frame it as, this is just who I am. But you can change. Everyone changes.
Hopefully.
Change for the better.
I'm very harsh.
But that's the thing. You need to assess why you're harsh. Because you may be harsh because you grew up with everyone being harsh to you and you're helping the person to toughen up. A lot of parents are like, you need to hear it like this because the world is rough.
I just think I'm unfiltered. Like, I don't know how to filter myself. And if I filter myself, now I'm just like, ring around the rosy. You know?
But I feel like I would disagree because the way you even navigated the interview, you've been able to ask questions without it coming across as rude. And I feel like even when you don't know something, you've asked. Which is if people don't care, they won't care to ask. they won't care to check in.
Yeah.
You're harsh, but you're aware.
Yeah.
You can say to somebody, let me know if that comes across as a certain way, because you actually care.
Yeah.
Some people talk like it's out of here, they're talking.
No. I will give disclosure before and after.
And it's also like, some people can take it.
Yeah.
And it's fresh.
Yeah.
It's a nice approach.
Yeah.
I hate people beating around the bush.
Same.
The bush will beat me before I beat around the bush.
Same.
I can't do it.
Same. Okay, I have quick questions. Bam, 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 bam.
Yes.
You just answer. Your favorite artist right now? You already said that.
No,
name it. Okay,
I didn't. It's Nems.
Nems.
Nems right now. I love
Who's
him.
Nems?
He's a Manchester grime drill artist from UK.
Love that. Name an upcoming artist that you think is next big thing.
Also Nems.
Okay. Your favorite underrated artist?
Hey,
Nems.
no, I would say Amaray. I think
Okay.
she's still underrated. Yeah.
What's your purpose in life?
Hey, my purpose in life is to build community, to help people to be their most authentic version of themselves,
Love.
and to be a trailblazer.
Love. What's your biggest fear?
Not reaching my potential.
Okay. What's the biggest misconception people have about you?
Oh, people think, that I'm just for the streets because I like to talk about sex. It's just a topic that I like, please.
Streets.
I have standards, I have morals. I'm not out here for everyone.
Period. What song describes your mood in life right now?
Oh, we don't castle, we
No,
don't
cause
it's just a fun song. It's just like happy
Period.
outside
Yes.
party. That's
Love
the era I'm
it.
in. Yeah.
Love it. If you could give your past self a piece of advice, what would you give? Or what
Not
would you
bother
say?
with them. Not bother with them. Don't
bother
even
with
stress
them.
about people that don't care about you.
Period.
Don't pour into people that are not pouring into you. Yeah. It's given.
Yes, it's really given. So do you have any future projects that you want to link, that
Yes.
you want to plug?
I'm taking over. So I'm glad that
Period.
you lot are seeing me now. Because this year, this is my manager apparently.
As a manager.
I am going to be on the TV screens.
Love.
I've been doing presenting and stuff since 2016 on and off.
Yeah.
But this year, the opportunities that are in my lap, you're going to see me everywhere. Yeah.
Yes,
she's
the
gonna be reading
lawyers,
contracts. 'Cause
give
me,
me
I'll be
lawyer.
reading- I'm going to be like, explain expeditious to me real quick. Like, explain it in the context of this.
Yeah.
Gratuity. Perpetuity.
Oh, wow.
Explain these terms to
Oh,
me.
wow.
But yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking over. And also, I'm going to be flying out. People are going to be
Yes.
booking me internationally. America.
Period.
I'm going to be
Speaking
back
into
here.
existence.
I'm going to be in the Caribbean. I'm
Period.
going to be across Europe. So yeah, I can just feel it. And I think also I'm definitely going to be speaking more about like my spirituality and my intuitiveness and stuff.
Love.
Because I think it's time.
Yeah.
And I think when people ask me like how I've succeeded in a lot of things,
Yeah.
they won't have a good context if they don't hear my special interest, which is like human design, astrology, tarot. Don't beat me, Ghana, sorry. I'm leaving soon, yeah? So wait for me to get back before you revoke my visa.
Literally.
But yeah, I'm really excited to talk about those things and just to keep spreading information and like getting people to talk about things that previously they were scared to.
Love.
And more teeth gems.
And more teeth gems?
Yeah, because two
love
of them fell off
it.
on holiday, but that's okay.
Oh,
They've had their time.
It's fine. They'll be back.
They'll be back.
They'll be back. So what's your Instagram, socials?
Yeah, so everyone follow me on Instagram, TikTok, on YouTube as well,
Yeah.
on Twitter. I don't use Twitter as much, but you can find me at LYVONNETHEDON, Lyvonne The Don.
Yes.
And for my YouTube, you can type Lyvonne The Don or Life with Lyvonne.
Yes. Her videos are hilarious.
Yeah, like I've been very
They're actually
consistent this
so
year as
good,
well.
yeah.
So I've been challenging myself. And also I do it for fun.
Yeah.
Before I was doing it to like go viral or make money off it.
yeah.
And then I hated it, so I didn't post.
Yes.
But now I'm having so much fun with it. And I'm just like meeting so many fun people
Period.
that are aligned. So yeah, stay in alignment.
Yes.
Trust your gut and yeah, keep it cute. Like
Keep
be
it
confident.
cute.
Like the world is yours. The world is your oyster if you like oysters.
If you don't stop preaching,
If you don't,
I'm gonna have a
maybe
heart
the
attack.
world is your chicken wing. Because I love me a chicken wing.
I love me a chicken wing as well.
Yeah.
I even told the camera, I said,
Drums or flats?
see now,
I don't discriminate. I'm just intrigued.
drums.
I like flats more.
I love flats, but it's just
Yeah,
that,
flats, you gotta-
you need to suck around. It's just so,
Maybe that's why
just,
I like it. JK. And on that note,
it's been great. Don't forget to be a part of the conversation because change starts with understanding. And we're out.
We're out.
I love your ambiguity.